What's up, Otakus? Your tour guide here, coming to you live every Monday at 9 p.m. Pacific. I'm gonna try to be here every Monday at 9 p.m. Pacific. Um, we're reading our comics, yeah, and I'm having a lot of fun. I mean, I just recently started doing this segment where we kind of download the digital copies and read books in my collection. And we're kind of at the initial stages of the Death of Superman run, and we're going to continue through the death, the reign of Superman, and the return of Superman. So it's it's a good number of books there, but hopefully you'll join me for the ride each week. Today we're going to cover two issues. We're going to read two issues. Um, and then next week we're going to get to uh, the big finale. So that being Superman number 75. So this is sort of a kind of a workup to that big issue next week. And of course, I also pop on live on Friday evenings where I do a weekly top 10 kind of comic book list, sort of filtered through my collection of the week's past news. Um, Trying to focus on, the big news stories or the things that are top of mind, I guess, in the comic book community. And of course, what I appreciate about the comic book community is we're all very different people. All of us have different foci in terms of the what we collect, what we add, and it really is a diverse. No two collectors are the same, and that's what I appreciate about this community. It's like when you watch other collectors' channels or what they've purchased or what they're showing off or what's part of their collection, you always admire. First and foremost, there's uh, a real sort of dedication to whatever you're focused on, right? Um, and and then there are some collectors who just like collect everything, like whatever's they go somewhere and whatever's there that's interests them, they just pick up. They pick up a kind of broad range and variety of books. That's also cool, you know. No real boundary to their collection. Um, and then again, there are those of us that are very focused, uh, pick up stuff specific to what they like or specific runs or a specific category of collecting, which is always cool. But yeah, definitely, I would say this past 2025 Summer Superman, I was focused primarily on Superman, and I still am for the most part. So, again, we do this weekly list every Friday where we try to kind of use stuff throughout my collection to showcase a variety of news events. Hopefully, it's related to comic books, things that you may want to focus on, or things that um, elevate or escalate a specific run or title or whatever. Again, filtered through my comic book, so I'm going to tend to focus on the news stories that interest me, that kind of gear around my collection, but should be a fun, weekly top 10 list of books. And some of them may be trending, some of them maybe just related to some speculation stuff, but it'll be fun to go through that each week with you guys. All right, so we're getting right to today's books that we're going to read. I should probably switch these around. So first we're going to read Action 684, and then we're going to get into the Man of Steel number 19. And again, these are the two books that kind of lead up to the death of Superman. So, for those of you who haven't read this series, you can follow along. For those of you that have read it, this is sort of a walk down memory lane. Um, but mainly it's just to showcase how great this run is and was. Uh, you know, again, I want to emphasize and reiterate this run, Death, Reign, and Return, is the most read comic book run of all time. You're talking about uh, an event in the 90s at the height of the comic boom when you had more collectors in the hobby than there ever had been, um, all kind of focused on this story, the death issue as an investment property, but reading it and really getting caught up in the story. You had a lot of collectors interested in how this would play out, including myself. And it just brought a lot of people back into Superman and created a lot of Superman fans. In fact, I've seen a lot of people, Superman fans out there, who attribute this series to have brought them into comic books and have, you know, basically made Superman their favorite character. These are some of the younger collectors who were maybe kids in the 90s, starting to get into comic books and stuff. I, of course, was already in college when all of this stuff was going on. But of course, my love for Superman extends back to, again, the Christopher Reeve movie. Hey, what's up, fanboy? How you doing, man? Thanks for joining. Hope you're well. Happy New Year. We do have to, I've been meaning to message you, but we do have to secure some time one of these days to jump on, do our little Kryptonian council, and go from there. But I hope you had a good holiday and rang in the new year okay. Saw the Texans won last tonight. that looks like to be kind of an exciting uh, playoff run there for you guys. So it should be good. What's up, Carl's collection? How you doing, man? Yes. Um, First off, Carl, I gotta just give you a big shout out, man. Go check out Carl's channel. He's got a great channel. Uh, he's a big Superman fan and collector. He has some incredible original art pieces. I should say like original sketches and also original pages from this run of comic books. So go check him out. His videos out. That was some incredible stuff you were sharing there. Thank you for sharing that. Um, yes. All right. Perfect. We're gonna have to do one of these sessions where you're reading along with me. All right. We'll do something. I'm gonna hit you up on the message here. Um, oh, not a Texans fan. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, see, just what I was talking about. So, everybody kind of gets into Superman at different times. And again, this is a great comic book to really, um, I guess, just cement your into Superman because definitely what these creators wanted to communicate was Superman's heart, you know, why he's the greatest hero, right? Because it's really about, at the end of the day, just um, doing everything he can to protect his adopted home, right? So really just incredible stuff. All right, well, let's get into it because, I'm sure all of you are dying to see how this story unfolds. Again, these are the two issues leading up to the death. So, got a lot of action going on in this issue. So, in these issues. So, let's get to it. Action Comic 684. And my mouse is wanting to do funky stuff, so I'm going to go manual here. A battle that has raged across half the nation since midday has left several members of the Justice League America seriously injured. Blue Beetle is reported to be comatose and Booster Gold seriously injured following one moment. This just handed me. The village of Griffin in upstate Kirby County was rocked by an explosion moments ago as Superman and Maxima fought to stop the creature dubbed Doomsday. Camcorder footage. Oh man, this is so sensitive here. Whose rampage has broken the JLA and left a trail of death and destruction behind him. Despite their efforts, however, the creature is reportedly still on the loose. Civil defense units in cities all along the eastern seaboard are on alert as authorities try to determine if Doomsday is near. Doomsday must stop. Doomsday. Please, Maxima, take it slow and easy. You suffered a pretty serious concussion. Sorry I didn't get here sooner, Superman. I doubt that you could have helped us avoid this, Guardian. We've never faced anything quite like this before. Maxima's right. Doomsday must be stopped. He's a threat to every living thing, but she's in no condition to deal with him. Get her to a hospital, Guardian. I'll stop Doomsday if it's the last thing I do. And this is where you would start the John Williams music here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, my God, look at that. Tracking Doomsday is like following the path of a tornado. There's utter devastation everywhere he touches down. There are half a dozen major urban centers in this region, over 25 million human lives endangered by that monster. I wish I knew where Doomsday came from. I've never seen anything on Earth or off it to equal him for sheer brute strength. It was painful to see what he'd done to Guy Gardner. If anything, he's more single-minded than Drago was, and he seems even more irrational than Lobo, if that's possible. There's a frightening thought. Lobo's given me a hard time more than once, but Lobo's power, his rage, doesn't begin to compare to Doomsday's. There's no discernible pattern to his movements. My God, the overpass has collapsed. What's that coming out? No, can't stop in time. I'm gonna hit him. How did he? Oh my God, I don't believe this. He just seems to wander from place to place, attacking whatever catches his eye. I'm flying. This can't be happening. I must be dreaming. That's it. I've dozed off at the wheel. Got to wake up before I have an accident. Wake up, Charlie. Wow, must be nearly a mile up. Everything looks so pretty from up here. So real. What is the matter with me? Wake up already. Feels like we're slowing down. Oh my God, the car's tipping backwards. This is no dream. I'm gonna die. It's okay. I've got you. You've got me. Sure. Poor guy. He must be hysterical. Sir, Don't be afraid. Everything's going to be all right. I'm Superman. Superman? I hope you're real. Otherwise, I know I'm dead. No chance of that, sir. Keep talking and take long, slow, deep breaths. Don't go into shock on me now. I've been searching for the creature which must have attacked you. Can you remember anything about him? Anything at all? Creature? Yeah, he was big, came right at me. He grabbed a hold of my car and just threw it. It happened so fast, didn't seem real at first. What what is he, Superman? I wish I knew. He came from out of nowhere, destroying things at random, apparently for the sheer hell of it. Then yeah, it must have been him that collapsed the overpass. Overpass. Damn, I don't see any survivors among the wreckage. Looks like there are dozens of chain reactions, fender benders up and down both highways. Lots of minor injuries there. Ah, there's a straight state trooper on the scene. Good. And I hear rescue vehicles on the way. Oh no. What's wrong? What do you see? More trouble. Terrible trouble. I'm needed. I'll set you down near that state trooper. Tell her to call for more rescue teams. We'll need them. At the shopping plaza on the northwest side of Midvale. Run for your lives. My car. My kids. Oh God, where are my kids? Attention, Lexmark shoppers. This is an emergency situation. Please exit the store in a calm and orderly fashion. HELP. Help. Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Come closer. You don't want to miss a single moment of the greatest spectacle in history of professional wrestling. I'm talking tag teams. I'm talking steel cages. I'm talking knockdown, drag out grudge matches. I'm talking about War Bash 9000 this weekend at the Metropolis Arena. I'm Major Mayhem, troopers, and I'm out for blood. I'm taking on the mighty gorilla, ugly Ben Studley, and the masked bone crusher, and I will prevail. This time it's war. The Metropolis Arena, War Bash 9000. Pro wrestling as you've never seen it before. This weekend at Metropolis Arena. Metropolis Arena. Metropolis Arena. Now, where are you going to go? Metropolis. Doomsday. Sorry for the mouse troubles here. It's my mouse. This pad is so sensitive. Just flips on a dime here. And my wheel mouse seems to be just out of batteries. What was that? Holy, what was that? I think the red and blue blur is Superman, and I don't want to know what the other thing is. Damn, Scray, you two. We gotta evacuate this loading dock on the double. Ow, this is insane. I'd swear the harder I fight, the more Doomsday likes it. What's up, Tyler? All right, let me get. This is just my mouse. I should have put batteries in my mouse. Sorry, guys. All right, back to the story here. He's been fighting most of the day, but I'd swear, the harder I fight, the more Doomsday likes it. He's been fighting most of the day, but he still seems as eager and as strong as ever. If he has energy reserves as extensive as mine, I may be in trouble. Copters? The one in the lead is the Daily Planet's flying newsroom. Oh Lord, and Lois and Jimmy are on board. I hope the pilot keeps his distance. That's Doomsday. Wow, he's a big one. Very big. Be careful, Clark. The Midvale Lexmark stood in ruins as Superman struggled with the mysterious creature. End of paragraph. Stand by for more. WLEX Live. Well, my news director assured me that he'd dispatched a camera crew to get to the bottom of this new doomsday nonsense, so you won't go chasing off after it like you did during the Saturnus affair. It's not nonsense, Lex. They're on the air now. Doomsday just wrecked one of your shopping marts. What? Bloody hell. Superman's trying to stop the creature, but he's not having much luck. Anything that can give Superman that hard a fight must be incredibly powerful. I better go help. We've been all through that, love. The last thing we need now is for you to go flying off. Whenever Superman's away, the local citizenry start getting edgy. I don't like it, but I can't deny it. And with the old boy off having a go-round with some ugly drongo, the city needs its Supergirl will fill the void. Superman can handle him, and I can weather the loss of Alexmart. Trust me, pet, the good people of Metropolis will feel better knowing that you and Team Luthor are home. All right, I'll stay for now. As if Superman ever really needs help. He's always survived despite my best laid plans. You'll see, love. Superman will be just fine. Their battle raged on across the rear lot of a fast food restaurant where, oh my God, where, jeez, where the Doomsday hurled a parked bug at the Man of Steel, knocking him through the side of a building. Look out! What? Incoming, everybody down. Horror. At least the bus was empty, but all those people inside the restaurant hope they're all right. Got to pull myself together. Got to end this. Ho, ho, ho. Metropolis. Oh no. No, he remembers that stupid commercial. He's making a connection. 60 miles might as well be 6 paces to this monster. I can't let him get any closer. I can't. Gee, Superman must have gotten second wind or something. I've never seen him fight so hard. Neither have I, Jimmy. Next paragraph. Taking advantage of the creature's momentary distraction, Superman redoubled his efforts. Got to keep him off balance and avoid his reach. He must weigh close to a ton. Got to use that weight, build up enough momentum to hurl him away from here, away from Metropolis. Doomsday's taken everything I've dished out so far. Maybe slamming into the hills at a few hundred miles per hour will soften him up. I hope so. This is one time I could really use some help, and the JLA is incapacitated. I'm surprised that young Lex Luthor hasn't sent Supergirl to help. By now, he surely knows about Doomsday smashing his store. Lex the second is a more active type than his father was. I'd half expect him to lead a Team Luthor squadron up here himself. Of course, if his father were still alive, I'd have half expected the old man to have engineered this doomsday monster. I don't know if I can catch up with them, Miss Lane. Not as fast as they're going. Just do your best, Garrett. Metropolis isn't that far. I'll bet Superman's trying to keep Doomsday away from the city. Well, he's headed in the right direction. Not much to worry about there. No one's allowed much up in those hills. Ba-boom! Even a lot of the airspace is restricted. I think some sort of federal preserve is tucked away up there. Cadmus Project. Ba-boom! What? Expletive. What's going on? Is this an earthquake? Inconceivable. This is one of the most geophysically stable regions on the continent. No, the project must be under some manner of bombardment. Take it easy, Westfield. We'll get to the bottom of this. Yes, yes, you're right, Johnson. We must. The Guardian would have to be away. This is inordinately inopportune unless you don't suppose. No, the level of coincidence is far too great. And yet, I cannot help but wonder if this seismic disruption is somehow related to that nearby monster scare which the Guardian is investigating. Or, damn, he's still conscious. Another second and he'll be back on his feet. I can't allow him that second. Got to pound him and keep pounding him. Wish this stand of trees wasn't in the way, but there's no time. These aren't just trees, they're structures. We've tumbled into the middle of habitat. Thank God it's abandoned. I must be getting punchy. I was so worried about keeping Doomsday out of the city, I forgot all about the Cadmus Project's research zone extending into this wild area. Their genetics labs have created all manner of beings. I think Maxima will be okay. As hard a time as she was giving the doctors. The alert signal, now what? Guardian, return to the base at once. What is it, Rodriguez? What's going on? Unknown. The mountain seems to be under attack by forces of incredible power. This is not, getting any easier. Just hitting Doomsday hurts, and he doesn't seem to have weakened one iota. Rah, rah, rah. This is just wearing me down. Got to change my tactics. Maybe if I hit him with something. Yeah, something big. These support columns may be organic, but they're hard as tempered steel. Worth a try. Guardian to base. Habitat, my God, Habitat is collapsing like a house of cards. And Superman and that monster are smack in the middle of it. It's bad. I'm going in for a closer look. I'll keep this channel open. Guardian, where'd you come from? Where's Doomsday? Buried under what's left of the habitat. You barely got out of it yourself. You took some terrible hits in that collapse. Why didn't you fly out of it? Too wasted. Need to rest soon as I make sure Doomsday's stopped. Relax, you got him that time. I hope so. But have to be certain. Hard to see through the ruins. Eyes won't focus. Oh no. Metropolis. I'm sorry. Metropolis. Skrock, Guardian. We were cut off for a moment. Can you read me? We detected another shock. No, 2 more shocks. What's going on there? Guardian. Guardian? Guardian. Dr. Rodriguez, this is security. Select scan radar. This is security. Select scan radar has just confirmed the apparent launch of an object somewhat larger than man-size from the wild area. It's headed southeast at approximately half the speed of sound. Good Lord. Patch me through to the Metropolis Civil Defense Command now. We have to warn those poor people. Doomsday is coming. Continue next week in the Man of Steel number 19. All right, we're going to jump right to the next issue. Here we go. The monster called Doomsday abandoned the furrow of destruction he plowed through Ohio and western New York State and headed in 10-mile leaps toward the East Coast and Metropolis. End of paragraph. What is it? I don't know, just run. Metropolis, it said crack. Metropolis. Alois, you sighted him yet? Clang. Negative, Fran. The planet's chopper is chasing Doomsday as fast as it can. Cat Grant's WGBS chopper is accompanying us. But Superman is on the creature's tail. Keep your head down, Fran. If our calculations are right, that monster must be reaching Metropolis about now. Doomsday is here. Let's. This is one where we have to, I think, get the. There we go. Going to see, I guess, a lot of splash pages here. Forget it, Doomsday. Your rampage stops here. Superman. Home. We've got him, Fran. New paragraph. Doomsday's rampage in Park Ridge was cut short when Superman grabbed the monster, rocketing him away from Metropolis toward the vacuum of space. End of paragraph. And if he knows what's good for him, he'll stay there. I hope so, Joe. Doomsday is probably the deadliest foe Superman has ever faced. Man, this must be my lucky year. Those were some of the best shots I've ever gotten. Don't sweat it, Lois. He's Superman, right? He's got to be okay. Guardian, are you all right? Double X, what happened? Doomsday smashed habitat. You were felled by the rubble. And Superman? Even now, he battles the creature. I'm afraid Doomsday is too big for Superman to handle alone. Doomsday may be one of ours, Guardian. Alien, Alien. A Cadmus Dabney Donovan creation. Try to mind read the creature. Dub. Find out. I just pray that Cadmus isn't responsible for the damage that monster's caused. Whack! Creature as agile as it is strong. Twisted away. Couldn't hold him. Kicked me. Can't breathe. There's nothing in his mind but anger. He's... okay, well, this isn't working either. What's going on here? No thought but destruction. Let's do this. There's no way. This mouse thing is annoying to no end. Sorry, guys. No thought but destruction. There's no way to tell where he came from. Not that it matters. We'll have to work to stop him in any case, if anyone can stop him. Lois, look, Doomsday's free. I see him, Jimmy. Oh, Lord, where's Superman? There, I hope he's all right. New paragraph, Fran. Far above Metropolis, the monsters broke free, hurling the Man of Steel more than a mile to the ground. Superman's down. Get closer. Blast you. WGBS needs a shot of this. That's our son, Jonathan. He's being beaten to a pulp, and those TV reporters are treating it like entertainment. Clark is our boy, Ma, but to the world, he's Superman. It's not that they're callous. At least they don't mean to be. It's just they don't think anything really bad can really happen to him. Better finish this quick if I'm going to live to finish it at all. Got away again. How to find him? Shouldn't be hard. To follow his path of destruction. The ceiling, watch out. What that be? Watch out. What crashed through to the underworld? Big sucker. Maybe come in to rescue the prisoners. What's that you fools get for daring to put warworlders on trial? Her smell? Gas? Who cares what he smelled like, Crilly? Less ugly's our ticket to freedom. We thank you, sir, for your efforts on our behalf, though of course you serve your own ends as well as ours. After all, it is we who are the champions of those like you, the poor and downtrodden. Roar, slap, slap, splat, splat. Rejects of the overworld. It was as easy to find him as I thought it would be. Unfortunately, all I had to do was look for the rubble. What's that? Smells like a gas main's been ruptured here. All you underworlders, get back fast and far as you can. Doomsday leaps but doesn't fly. Long as I have him on the ground, I have some advantage. Stop squirming, damn you. This time you're not kicking free of me. Spark. Ba-doom. Aye, an explosion or a bomb. It must have leveled all of Newtown. What is that creature? Why is it destroying Metropolis? Pull up, we're going to crash. I'm doing what I can. It's like riding a freaking tidal wave. You can tell your viewers, Miss Anderson, that Lex Luthor doesn't know what Doomsday is or where he came from, but it has become increasingly obvious why he is here. The creature has a grudge against Superman. Oh, Lex, do you really think so? It seems probable, doesn't it, love? I'm loath to ask, but does Metropolis need a champion who draws such negative attention? Does Superman's presence here cause more harm than good? I I think Doomsday may be more than Superman can handle alone. Don't be annoyed, Lex, but I have to help him. Very generous, love, indeed. I agree with you. Metropolis must be preserved. Ugh, can't. Hold on. Superman. Don't worry, Superman. I have him. My lord in heaven, he's thrown off Superman. What what is that creature? I suspect it's a doomsday weapon, Mildred, left behind by Warworld to decimate the Earth in case their swarm failed. We finally got this laser cannon shoved up on the roof of your lab, Professor Ham, so let's use it. As soon as Supergirl gets out of the way, Bibbo, you and Mildred keep your force belts buckled tight. When the creature feels the blast, he's gonna be angry. Never seen a creature this powerful. Must be some blatch. Kind of. Oof. Supergirl's down. Professor, hit him now. We did it. We got him. He's falling, but Emil, he's coming straight at us. If he's trying to fall on top of us, he's gonna make it. We gotta don't jump for it. Hey, Professor, you sure these force belts gonna protect us? It's a bit late to worry about that now, Mr. Bibowski. Why would he do this, Emil? Cause destruction for the sheer joy of it. Everything about this monster is clearly beyond our understanding, Mildred. Another gas main must have been ruptured, setting off a series of explosions all around me. In Hobbs Bay, legs feel like jelly. Help, Superman, help! It's Keith and Myra at the orphanage. Not good for much, but still make a pretty good shield. Superman, I knew he'd come. But Myra, what is that doomsday monster? Did somebody build him like a giant Frankenstein? I don't know, baby. From the way he's behaving, I'd say he's the devil incarnate, ushering in the end of the world. Here he comes, Maggie, ugly sucker. You're a master of understatement, Terp. Come on, nail him. Now. Blam, blam, bram, 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 ding. He's not stopping. Yow. Get Maggie and the SC unit out of the way, Turpin. On the double. Oomph. Superman. Not sure I can make a dent in Doomsday's hide. He's already made several in mine. Hit him with everything I've got. Hope that despite his apparent toughness, he's feeling as chipped around the edges as I am. Visual sightings confirm, sir. Doomsday is right below us. Open fire. Cadmus's weapons experts swear these shock cannons will do the trick. Let's hope they're right. They keep moving. What if they do this trick on Superman? That's a chance we'll have to take, soldier. Seems like Superman can't stop that thing alone. Crack, crack, crack. Your rampage ends here, Doomsday. Even if it kills me, Metropolis is where I hold the line. Continued in Superman 75. All right, well, uh, despite my issues with the mouse and trackpad, we're finally through it. Jeez, that was painful. Hey, what's up, Ron? Thanks for joining. All right, we got some people in the house here. Yeah, I know this holidays was a tough one for you. Glad yeah. Well, again, glad hope you had a really good holiday, man. What's up, Ron, Tyler? All right, well, I know no spare batteries, right? I'm gonna put batteries in this right after this right after this episode. Yeah, that was could have gone better. And I promise once I get batteries in the mouse, it will be better. Just keeps disconnecting and connecting, which is really frustrating. So but yeah, that was Action 684 and Man of Steel 19. And really incredible stuff. And I just want to kind of pause here. We are going to get to Superman 75 next Monday, next to the next Otaku Reads. I just want to showcase this incredible team of creators here. Louise Simonson, John Bogdanovich, Dennis Janke, Roger Stern, Jackson Butch Geis, and Dennis Rodier. As you can see, just an incredible ensemble. First and foremost, very coordinated, very integrated with the stories. But they're all working kind of independently on the different books. But as you can see, you don't really miss a beat in terms of the continuity of the story, right? It's just even though the artists are changing, the writers are changing, it's keeping this very fast-paced kind of battle between Doomsday and Superman. And yeah, it's just this relentless attack by both combatants. And even though we get a sense that Superman is struggling with the thoughts and everything, we don't see the thoughts. We just see sort of these base kind of reactions, right, from this creature that we know really nothing about at this point. And it's terrifying. Like, I know right now, knowing sort of the outcome of this whole thing, it's good to it's obviously you can look back at it and be like, okay, man, yeah, Doomsday, very formidable, right? But Superman prevails. Well, not prevails, but saves the day, right? But imagine not knowing how this thing ends and just being in the moment of reading this and just being like, wow, uh-oh, just you just that impending uh, sense of doom as you're reading along, right? Like, how is this thing going to be stopped? Seems like nothing is working at this point. So I hope you were able to get a little sense of that as we read through. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun, and I know what's been really cool through this little exercise is to see how many people have just been touched by this comic book, this story arc. Um, I'm not talking about Superman like Smallville or Superman the movie or Superman Adventures. I'm talking about this specific run of comic books where you are presented with the death of Superman. Um, it's really touched uh, everyone in comic books. There's not really one collector, I think, from this era that could say they didn't either read or know about what the events of this. And of course, a lot of collectors today that know of the event, but maybe haven't read or gone back, and um, they don't have like an intimate knowledge of this. But eventually, people do get around to reading the trade paperback or the collected books. And yeah, I think it's just touched so many uh, lives, um, especially from I think a comic book collector's perspective, right? Um, whether you collect Superman or not, you've read this book, right? You've been intrigued by um, this story, because it really was. It's not just a. I keep saying this, but it wasn't just a comic book. It was an event. This caught the attention of like people who didn't read comic books, right? Because what was proposed is, oh, they're killing Superman, and so it leads to the question of why, how, and who's who, what is the thing that kills the Man of Steel? Because he's invulnerable, he's got super strength. What could what could possibly destroy Superman? And yeah, we get this really menacing creature that we don't know anything about, and we won't know anything about him until a subsequent series. But that's the that's to be introduced after the death of Superman. So we get more context on like Doomsday and what his whole backstory, or not backstory, but his origins are in a later series. But you know, again, at the time of these books when they were introduced, there was nothing known about him. So yeah, there's a reason I'm snagging that absolute death of Superman. Is that what's coming out? Oh man, the absolute death of Superman. Are they going to kill him off in an absolute style? Yeah. Well, I'm I hear a lot of good things about absolute Batman. I may have to just kind of pick it up at some point and read it just to get it out of the way, because really I haven't been all that interested in it. But there's so many people saying it's a good read, and um, it is uh, like the art in it is really cool, and yeah, it's just this. I guess it's the what sort of this alternate timeline where all the characters are kind of dystopian. I don't know. I just think like I don't know what makes it so intriguing and like way everybody's talking about it, but I guess I should read and find out. But for now, yeah, I'm focused on Otaku reads his comics. So thanks guys for joining. This was a fun one. Obviously, without the technical issues, we hope to get that resolved after this stream. But we're coming back with a big one. Will just be one book, and the direct market. No, really, just doing that whole marketing scheme over for a new generation. I guess you can. I guess. Oh man, thanks, Ron. Um, all right, thanks guys for showing up. Again, we're gonna be back with Superman 75, the big event, and I am gonna have the splash pages all. I'm gonna rehearse it and have the mouse ready to go for next week. So hopefully it'll be smooth. It will just be that one book, Superman 75, and then we'll jump right into Funeral for a Friend. I don't know if I'm going to go through the whole Funeral for a Friend. We'll see how that pacing goes because the Funeral for a Friend, it's great. It is a great series, but it is a lot of kind of like just kind of the same thing over and over. It's just a bunch of people kind of dealing. It's like the entire gamut of Superman's extended family that is dealing with the loss. So, um, yeah, it kind of is like redundant in a lot of places. So we'll see. I mean, we are going to read at least the first couple issues, and definitely some of the bigger ones um, at the end and maybe in the middle there. But we'll see how it goes. If we can just kind of maybe read through like 3 or 4 issues, just get out of the way, we can do that. Kind of accelerate through it. Maybe not. We'll see. Just see how I'm feeling. But we definitely it captures a lot of sentiment, and that is important. So we'll just kind of take it one issue at a time and speed through it, where it gets a little where it gets a little stagnant, and then we'll jump into the next one. So again, thanks for joining, guys. We'll see you on Friday for Otaku Weekly Top 10, and then we'll see you next Monday for Death of Superman. All right, peace out. Have a great week.